Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It's fantastic to have you here because we are working on my second folding knife. Right now, the first step is I need to tap 2mm threads in the spacer that is going to hold the two scales together. Time to do some tapping, hopefully without breaking too many taps. Okay, one down. I actually do have a few more taps. Let's see if I go through them all today. No! No! Oh boy. Yes! Yes! Woo! Oh my goodness, am I grateful I don't have to drill that out of there with a carbide end mill. I should touch some wood. I know I'm gonna break a few more. Touch wood. Oh no! No! On hole number 1, we broke a tap. On hole number 2, we broke a tap. And with a pure miracle, we were able to extract it. We did hole number 3 and 4 rather well. And let me tell you, hole number 5 was marvelously until I broke another tap. 30 minutes of fiddling with the tiny little stub that was there trying to get, and then I broke the little stub that was there, so I couldn't get it out. I think I have an idea, however. I think maybe it might not work. First things first, I'm gonna sand off the excess here so it's flush. So we've got it sanded flat, a little more super glue. Make sure my fingers aren't being super glued. So that is a high-speed steel tap. If I take some carbide, we might be able to drill it out, then put a sleeve in it, thread the sleeve, and still have the 2mm threaded hole in the right place. So we got ourselves a hole. That's bloody outstanding. Went through the high-speed steel like butter. Perfect. So here is the piece that I've just made on the lathe, and as you see, it won't go in the hole. That's because I tried to turn this 0.1 of an inch oversize so that with the old trusty hammer, if in doubt, give it the old whack, I can squeeze it in with an interference fit. Now to help keep that secure, use some red Loctite. I think that's way too much. And in we go. Look at that. I just got Loctite in my mouth because I was laughing. Oh, the Loctite spurted in my mouth. That's disgusting. Don't laugh when you're so close to shooting Loctite. Since I also left it 0.2 millimeters high, it means that we can do one step better and just swell it out a little bit and give it a little bit of a rivet. Sand it back down flush. So now I'll remark my hole. There we go, we got the hole marked, and you can see why it is that I didn't drill and tap that on the lathe. I doubted I'd get that carbide end mill in the middle, so this way I now just have it marked up perfectly with the original scale. So we're gonna now drill this out and re-tap it. So we're back in the mill, 1.6mm drill bit. We're now gonna drill it. Hopefully that thing doesn't spin, and then we're gonna tap it. Let's see if this will survive the entire process. Get some tap paste on it, and hopefully I don't break it. Started to cut, so I'm gonna back it off, break the chip. What's pretty interesting is you see the chips come out of the other side first. So it's funny that it's actually pushing the chips forwards as it goes. I think we've just gone and bloody done it. We have tapped a 2mm hole after breaking a tap off in the first. There we go. We got it done. And we only lost 3 taps in the process. Now let's work out the next step. I don't have a countersink large enough, so I'm just going to use a small drill bit to soften the edges of the holes. And we'll give it another quick sand. Let's do a little rough assembly here, see how this thing's going to look. So I'm just running this tap through there because I think when I glued this, those few times I had to glue it, I think I gummed up this hole here with some super glue. Well, I put the tap in there and now it's not moving, which is terrifying me because I don't want to break the tap. Ah! 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 Finley does it. No, 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 no. Holy moly, that was scary. It hasn't broken yet. For some reason this thread here is tight. I've gone in and tried to go back through it, see if I can open it up a little bit. Maybe I didn't thread it all the way. Maybe I just did it with a starting tap. Either way, hopefully now it'll be threaded. How cool is this? Like this is, this is starting to be a folding knife. Oh my goodness, is this exciting. How awesome is that gonna look when it's finished? This is unbelievable. Okay, next step. I have no idea. I should think about that. So obviously the blade goes in like this, and if I just put this transfer punch in there and hold on to it, it'll give me, it'll hold on to it and roughly pivot on it. But you see, when I try and then close that, we actually contact on our spacer in there. See that contact there? So one of the first objectives is going to be getting that spacer back. Probably go about that far. Actually, we can do one better than eyeballing it. These hole centers are 20mm. It would be nice to be able to do the same spacing here. There we go. That's 20mm away from that hole. While it's apart, I'm also going to then drill this to 5.8mm, then ream it to 6mm, and I can counterbore all our mounting holes. So I'm going to take the screws out and we're going to do all this stuff and make a little progress, put it back together and start just slowly getting closer. Soon we're going to be working on the blade itself. Oh yeah. We have the counterboard done in number 1. It's time. Oh no, that's actually called number 2, but we're now doing the second one, which is number 1. So now on both. Where'd my vice go? I usually put my hand on it. I'm lying. I know where the vice went. Straight into the scrap heap. We got an upgrade here. As I was saying, got the counterboards done in both Watchamadoodas. Making progress. I'm gonna get this beautiful beast of a vice mounted up here. Trammed in. I also trammed the head again. Thank you guys. Awesome idea using a big bearing race. That was such a great idea. So I had this enormous bearing race on there. And I got it to half a thou this time. So much better. So thrilled. Woo! Getting better. Let's get this vice mounted. Good tools are expensive, but I know it is going to make the work better, the joy of work better, and the commitment to doing good work better. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching this video. I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed it, because I am having just incredible amount of fun. One of the funnest projects I've undertaken to date. Loving this. Total blast. Thank you for